Gentlemen, to the halftime show of the Battle for Supremacy's Reign Supreme Honor of Kings 5 versus 5 tournament. Kaisaya and Vince G will be with you on this second half, ladies and gentlemen. So, we are done with the first half. We are now going towards the next set of matches that we have. Four more maps to go. Four more matches to go, rather. And we are going to see some of these teams battle it all out. So, some of the remaining teams here are Indonesians and Myanmar, which is GMT Ares and Omniverse Esports. That is going to come up next. So this is the game that we need to focus. We've seen Kazuko Neo Kaisaya in the earlier game, where in fact they dominated up against ASG since Spark. So they might as well, GMT Ares might as well do the same towards the Omniverse Esports. Or will Omniverse Esports pull off a surprise in this game?
Yeah, makes me wonder as well. I mean, so far, Indonesian teams are leading the wins. Trio family from our set one from Indonesia won the game as well up against our Bangladesh team. And Kazoku, followed by Kazoku Neo. And I wonder if it's going to be the same thing for GMT Aras. So they have to carry their flag because, they cannot break the wins for Indonesian teams on this one. But we'll have to find out because maybe Omniverse Esports in here has been, very ready from what has happened or, to bring up a win for our Myanmar team.
About taking those wins, all about reading the draft first. But as we can read the draft, Heino Dashao being removed early. That means they don't want to give room for those playmakers and pokers. So for Heino, he's a natural poker kind of guy, and he has that ult to turn back time. He can return to his previous states. Luna, okay, surprisingly, they're removing Luna. They don't want some magic damage output, even though that he's a fighter in the jungle. But seems like they don't want to have Luna because they are giving room for my Shiranui to come into play.
Yes, that's true. I mean, maybe Luna is also a prio pick, primarily because one of the players on this side of Team Omniverse Esports is actually proficient in making use of that. But so far, I mean, there's no priority on the early, even though we saw him getting banned on the first phases a while ago in the first half. But for the meantime, Mai Shiranui very mobile into the middle lane. But I think with his mobility, he'll be able to survive Lady Gens. CC's in here. But with the Zhang Fei pick as well, I think this is a good way to frontline and just create some space for whoever they will pick as the carry hero in here for the side of Omniverse Esports. So far, Dune, lots of sustain as well, whether he's gonna go for the jungle or the Clash lane, followed by the Sunbin for more mobility. So I'm liking the draft of both of the teams so far, and it's hard to tell who's actually has a lead advantage for this one.
I like what I see. I like what I'm seeing right now. Sunbin! Okay, one of the heroes, one of the most hated heroes in the ranked games. But for Sunbin, he has been very triumphant. He has been very useful in tournaments. So Sunbin in ranked games kind of feels like it got nerfed several times. But in tournaments, Sunbin is the way to go here. If you want to deal some damage towards your opponents, AoE damage, and then mobility can be the answer, then Sunbin is gonna be your get-to-go guy. So Sunbin can initiate the charge. Dawn can easily close the gap. You can go for the backlines like Lady Zen, but for Lady Zen, they have to watch out for this because they can freeze you anytime that they want. And as for the tanky guy that they have for Zhang Fei, he is ready to withstand those damage. So jungler is out, and marksmen are out for both teams. Junglers are out actually for the side of the red side.
Yes, that's so true. But then again, we still have a lot of options in here for the farm lane to even hide here, pick heroes like that of the Ollie, the Lady Sun as well. Even well, there's no Marco Polo, so I think they want to cut off in here those heroes that could actually deal some true damage up against the Zhangfei. So I think wise bands coming from Omniverse Esports in here. But now it makes us think what's gonna be. Oh, Alicia is gonna be secured in here, and there's over in the Arlie, which is what I would love to see. So much mobility in here for the lineup of Team Indonesia, GMT Aris for now.
Yes, I kind of love what we're seeing. My Shiranui is a natural born mobile mage. So, I mean, mobility is not an issue for my Shiranui. He can like easily go in and reposition himself, try to at least catch one or two opponents on his hands. We have Don who can like easily reposition with the Unruly Blade. Sunbin can provide that mobility buff towards the entire team. Harley can easily flash in and flash out with the natural skills that he has. But for Byron, he has that electrifying charge to at least charge in the way of battle. So it's all about mobility. So the question for the side of the Reds, how are they going to slow the phase down? Because I'm going to be expecting a fast pace coming in from GMT Aris. I mean, Omniverse Esports needs to at least watch out for that kind of mobility.
Yeah, my only worry right now is how they're gonna catch the Arlie, because we know the Arlie can just like, you know, she doesn't need some support to roam around the map because of her parasol. He can just like go anywhere in the map wherever he wants. And I'm not sure if he pick out the flash in his kit, but if he has flash in there, definitely more mobility, extra mobility. So the only source of CC lock that they have in here is Lady Jen's, you know, if she froze someone successfully. But the rest are actually just slows coming in from, and knockbacks coming from Lady Jen and Zilong. So it makes me think how they're gonna deal with the Arlie. Let's just have to find out as we head on to the gorge in here. GMT Aris from Indonesia versus Omniverse from Myanmar. Broadcaster time Kaisaya, with me is VinZG. Let's head on to the gorge.
Let's head on to the gorge, and seems like two heroes are gonna head towards the mid. So typical lineup that we have here. Two players on top as well. Surprisingly, they wanted to at least punish down a lane that early.
You don't want the lane to really go online, and I like how they actually hit themselves and maybe a first blood even. Yes, indeed. And it goes on to the hands of the Byron Onion King. Oh, I love that. I love that name. Makes me cry, okay? Makes me think about crying. But another tussle ongoing onto the middle lane. We can see Zach in here. We're just really going for the aggressive play up against the Mai Shiranui. No casualty though, but on the bot side, we can see how Arlie gets an advantage, poke advantage, up against an Alicia.
In even done rage, he's willing to sacrifice his jungle XP to commit towards the first blood, and it was worth it. I mean, they got Yaragumi out of that fight, and for Onion King, he's gonna get the rage.
Damage coming from Shiranui Cho Hisatsu. Shinobi Bachi has been used to poke him down, and to no afford, I think Zach was just standing all alone in there, wasn't moving, so hopefully he'll be able to get back to speed. And here we go again. Flash has been used by our Lady Jen. He'll be able to save his life, I think, because primarily Som Dewe actually has his ultimate not available.
Was beautiful. You see the patience coming in from Onion King. I mean, from both sides of the brush, they are trying to set some ambush right there. They're trying to reduce the numbers, but somehow Onion King's gonna go back to work. He's gonna deal with Yaragumi, but for Kiwi here, he needs to be extra careful.
Definitely has to be very careful. Seems like our Zhangfei is already back. Mr. Zach in here. Just, you know, trying to soak in all the damage. Pokes coming from the side of GMT Aris, but 4 members down in here. There goes the dive.
Oh, wow.
The tower, focusing onto Alicia. Alicia going down. Maybe even our Zhangfei, but fortunately he was able to go clear the minion waves, forcing the members of GMT Aris to back away. Just unfortunate though, because Zine has fallen down.
It seems like they're setting up mid!
Again, once more into the middle lane, gonna be using that Death at Sunset here to kill off the Mai Shiranui, and that actually paid off! And no, unfortunately, gonna be able to survive survival thanks to that healing too into the middle lane. Our Byron did actually survive, but there goes the shutdown already. There goes the invade onto the jungle camp of Team Omniverse in here. Gonna go all in here. Members of the side of GMT Ares actually going so low. Is this a potential comeback? Double kill even for the Zilong, and somehow they managed to catch up on the lead. It's now 4-4 in terms of kills onto this 4-minute game time. Not even done because in here gonna burst down is Lady Jen onto the hands of this Mai Shiranui.
Talk about repositioning. So me the way. I mean, he literally showed the way on Kiwi in order for them to unleash a 1-2 combo with a Mai Shiranui. You have to respect that, and with the burst capability that she has, aside from reposition, they can easily she can easily eliminate her opponents at ease. So we have to respect the Mai Shiranui, but we have to respect what's happening here at bot. 3 players down defending the bottom outer tower on the side of Omniverse Esports. GMT Ares applying so much pressure on this.
That is so true. There goes the overload take by GMT Ares right now. There is a primal bond to take note, but they are trying to contest this area into the tyrant as well. Looks like they're gonna go for a 5v4 team fight already. There is a teleport coming from the lane as well. Alicia gonna go for that sunset fireworks show. Everyone's just going all in. There goes the poke. There goes the kill by Shiranui. Has fallen down. Members of Team GM Ares are still alive and kicking. Look at the damage coming from the Ali as well. Triple kill even from the Byron, and that is close to a wipeout. A lane is all alone, and I think this is a 1k gold lead given that fight to happen a while ago, but I think now they're gonna calm down from this time on.
The fight actually in the bot lane somehow shifts the momentum towards the side of GMT Ares, and it's gonna be a 1v1 to be fair, but of course the members of the Omniverse Esports and GMT Ares, they're just getting back into the game. They just respond. They can like easily get it back into the game as well, but it seems like they are focusing in terms of like getting those items that they need. For Zilong, okay, I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna try to farm up. CK doesn't even need to flinch. He needs to get back on track, but look at that damage!
Gonna be making use of that ultimate Death at Sunset, saving his life. But Byron has already used his skill, so needs to back away a little bit because the Zilong came for a backup for our lane on the bot side.
Then fight right there. GMT Ares not even backing down because they are using those mobility kits very well. And now GMT Ares here wants to fight Omniverse Esports because this is the only thing that they can do is to get the Tyrant, and now forces are coming in.
HP that for Sunset has been used. Will be able to survive though. Super low in HP, trying to back away, but he's getting cornered under the tower. But they do still manage to back away. Thanks to that, I mean, you know, maybe it's just a jerk out play that went onto their minds. But the tower fall down. It was very low, just 1 HP left. So this still goes on to the hands of Team GMT Ares.
GMT Ares, they are trying to fend off the members of the Omniverse Esports, who's just trying to take the Tyrant away, but look at that. We can see the FCK trying to fend off their towers, and now the cavalry has came. They need to reinforce their defenses as of now.
That's so true, but you know, the gold lead already went up from 1k to 2k, a gold lead with the more pushes from the tower. I mean, the tower push and the bot, as well as the minion waves that they're able to clear really fast, as well, of course, the kill. But 1v1 tussle ongoing onto the bottom lane part of the map right now. Onion King doesn't have the ultimate available. Then the Sunset has been used, as well as the execute. Gonna be killing off the Byron and potentially taking down another tower on the bottom lane part of the map, allowing them maybe to catch up onto the gold. No, it's just almost, actually, it's pretty much equal at 21k gold. But meantime, 1v3 situation up top, make it 4v3 situation. We can see the unbridled outburst from the Zhang Fei. Really nice crowd control, taking off the life of the early, but they're not even done in here because there's the backup coming from Jim. CC coming in, the slows as well. Even a time lapse coming from the Sunbeam, and but that is a tanky Jiangfei we're talking about. And while that was happening, that is a sneaky push by CK into the middle lane, taking off another tower from GMT Ares.
After that push, he's now regrouping with his teammates. So for Omniverse Esports, they're doing their absolute best to even up the game, and it seems like in that effort, they managed to at least climb up 1k, but Onion King!
Look at the flash by Onion King, the Byron. But here we go, the backup is coming. They are so mad for actually taking down the Alicia from their side. He will fall down onto the hands of the 4 members. Last hit going onto the Lady Jen. But while that was happening, look at what the rest of the members of GMT are actually doing on the bottom lane part of the map. Wanting to go for a push, but to no afford because of the map awareness that Yara Gumi has onto the lane. But for the meantime, focusing on the tower, onto the mid lane, Mr. Harley just wait for the basic attacks. They will take it down, and to success, they will still keep that up. 1k gold lead in favor of GMT Ares.
Right now, taking things slowly as of the moment because they respect the capability of Omniverse Esports. They can still create some plays here, even though that they're playing defensively. They can still analyze the situation. They can still go for the pickoffs, and that is what GMT Ares is doing. And oh my goodness, Maestro Nui manages to bounce back in trouble.
Yes, fortunately she is mobile, able to just juke out from that potential death that she had a while ago. But yeah, I mean, this is tough to actually decide. But hold the thought because chase is happening onto the Byron, but the Byron will be. It seems like he'll be able to go back away to safety. But there goes the dive coming from CK right now. Super low on HP. The Byron will fall down, and there is 1 member less for the side of GMT Ares.
Now, the are commencing mid lane, being so hot right now, but we have to shift our attention towards the top.
The attention in here, 1 member will fall down. We can see the Death at Sunset has been used already, but will Yarigumi be able to survive? Here we go, members of Omniverse still all alive, still all complete. What has happened? I mean, I was like quite biased on the early pick, to be honest, but seems like with the overall composition they have in here, it seems like it's not quite working.
Quite working. If they wanted to at least focus on mobility, well, they have to be quick on their feet. They have to do this fast. They have to end this fast. But with the given amount of time that they have, this gives Omniverse Esports some freedom to farm up their items, to tighten up their defense, and then continue to snowball on their favor. So it's gonna be the fast guys versus the tank guys. So Omniverse Esports, we're gonna be tough. We're gonna be acting tough when it comes to the mobility of GMT Ares, and we can do this all day, as they say. They can like do this for like 20-30 minutes if they want to up against GMT Ares until they give up.
Well, the lead have shifted to in favor to the side of Omniverse Esports already. So there is some catching up. They need to plan out something, but the Byron is quite in danger already. There is the Overlord Vanguard running on top as well. He unbridled outburst has been used, needs to back away a little bit. And here we go. But while that's happening, we can see the Shadow Tyrant already has been taken by Team GMT Ares. They have the potential to actually say yes to a team fight, but if talking about team fight, the composition of Omniverse Esports is actually all in for team fight because you're going to be matching up against a Jiangfei. You're going to be matching up with the, the freeze and the ice coming from Kiwi Mix onto the Lady Jen. So I think they need to plan out something on how they're going to go out onto the team fight. And talking about team fight, here we go! As they try to focus fire onto the Jiangfei. No more tank. Frontline tank for the side of Omniverse Esports in here. And going onto the back line, look at that! Very amazing play coming from the Byron. Even a double kill, and now a Fox Tower into the build lane, taking this down, and more room for them. Now 1 member left for the side of Omniverse Esports. How will the Elaine be able to defend this? It is 16 seconds before the Jiangfei goes back alive. There's a super minion, and he will fall down, quite unfortunately, and here we go. Seems like this is gonna be it. Another Indonesian team third Indonesian team to win for tonight. Congratulations, GMTRS, as you will move forward to round 2.
We've seen Onion King starting that one out. So for that, I mean, the respect from Arlie is gonna quite coming back as we speak. You know, we even thought that somehow Omniverse will be trying their capability to hold this game much longer, but of course, mobility kind of heroes tend to be impatient, and that's why they need to find ways. It's either make or break. If we lose that fight, it's over. If we won that fight, we make sure that this game is gonna be ours. It's gonna be over for them. And I like the dishes. I like the initiation. And seems like my Shiranui definitely does the burst. So Me the Way has been your MVP, ladies and gentlemen. He definitely showed the way to each and every one of us that my Shiranui definitely is a powerful mage that needs to be respected.
Definitely. But to assess even further what happened into the last clash. So we were talking about how Omniverse Esports lineup is actually yes to a clash. But the moment that GMT Aris saw that, okay, this is just like 4 members. Where is CK? I think it was CK who was like, I think it was like separated from the rest of the team. So that's the time that GMT Aris went all in when they were like 4 or 3 members in there. So I think that was a mistake. I mean, Omniverse definitely could have won this, but they were all separated. So they were not like prepared for the fight that the surprise fight that GMT Aris did on that one. Then again, a lesson learned. I do believe that there is, you know, so much potential for Omniverse Esports to even match up against like the kind of lineup that GMT Aris has. So yeah, congratulations. You can see, I mean, the stats they have in here is pretty much almost the same, right? They did manage to catch up, but majority of the members of team GMT Aris are like more than 8 points. So I think overall, like, everyone's into a good position, itemization, gold-wise, but just quite unfortunately as well, Alicia did not manage to get a lot of gold from that game.
A game it is, ladies and gentlemen.